So I want to give you guys a little bit of information on how you can make it a little bit easier on yourself in learning your rating and helping you prep for your advancement exam, especially if you're a junior, like at E1, E2, E3, right out of boot camp. So it's going to be a little while before you take your exam. And yes, you will be doing things, hands-on and everything that will apply to your test. However, there are certain things that you learned in A school and possibly C school, depending on your rating, that you will forget. So to help you guys prepare, what I want you to do is look up a Nav Ed-Tray manual. And what Nav Ed-Tray, it's an acronym for Navy Educational Training. So what you want to do, they're also known as your non-resident courses. Now these books that I'm referring to, they go by rating, and then they also have one for your basic BMR, Petty Officer, third class, second class, first, chief. You have some other, I think there's 22 manuals for your NEATS manuals, all your electronics. So things of that nature. It'll really help you studying for your exam. All right. So for active duty, make sure you guys download this. Don't waste your money and go and buy them on Amazon. I have noticed some locations that are now printing them and selling them for like $30 or $50. Do not waste your money. You can actually look it up it was under Navy e-learning at one time, and I know the Navy's been merging other websites. So check on your main Navy web page, but even just Google Nav Ed-Tray, and just put in, since you don't know the number, just put in like GM, AO, HM, LS, or whatever your rating is. Now, for instance, if you're like a CT or an IS, like IS, there's a book that I actually have, and I looked it up last night, and I think they still have like the 1996 version, and that's just showing you the real generic basic things that you will learn when you go to A school. Okay, because the idea of any type of the spook rates, the CT ratings, or like the IS, they're all classified. Okay, secret, top secret. So you're going to be learning whatever between your A school and your C school, in addition to any type of material that's held in a skiff. So those kind of ratings, they're a little bit different. But for instance, gunner's mate, like I said, corpsman, LS, the real common, MA. I mean, all the ratings have them. And then, for instance, like CBs for your CE, UT, all that. You also have something called the CB Combat Handbook, Volumes 1 and 2. Now, not only for the CBs are you going to want to do these books, study them, but for those that are going up for their SKUs pin for the CB rating, and also your EXW, okay, Expeditionary Warfare pins. Those books are also required. Okay, so definitely you want to check them out. Like I said, just Google them. It's a PDF form. Just download the PDF form on your laptop, your iPad, whatever, and study that way. Now, the good thing here, if you're a reservist, many of you have asked me, how can you earn extra points to retire? If you are in the Navy Reserves, these courses count as retirement points. So what you want to do, if you're a Navy Reservist, are we done beeping? Are we done beeping now? All right. If you're a Navy Reservist, these books are critical for you. Not only will it assist you in learning your rating, especially since not all Navy Reservists, unfortunately, have gone to A school. Okay, so you may have a more difficult time understanding your rate, especially too if you cross rate. They do not always send you in the reserves to an A school if you're cross rating. I have no idea what's going on with this vehicle. There's nobody in front of me. Why are you showing that there's beeping there? So what you want to do is complete these courses, these books. All right. So like I said, you study, you read through them. They're by chapters, but in each chapter there's questions, and with those questions you answer them. And then you go online and you submit the answers. And if you get a certain percentile, stop it! If you receive a certain percentile, you receive retirement points. So you can't do it active duty, you don't get retirement points. I mean, if you do enough of them, like for instance, if you were to go do the NEATS modules, electronic modules. I did them all 1 year when I was on deployment, just because I could. So like if you're a reservist and you are on active duty orders, the retirement points, they do not count. So you want to make sure that if you complete them, do not submit all the answers to get that final grade, because you will not receive the retirement points. Okay, but I was already maxed out on my points, so what I did is I just completed them, because what I did then is I put on my evaluation at that point in time. I was a more junior sailor, that I completed Nav Ed-Tray courses, the NEATS modules, which is like unheard of, especially to do in 1 year. So things like that. Also be thinking about completing, especially like the reserve side, but even in the active side, if you're really junior and you're not sure what to put like on your evaluation. So yeah, so that's what I have right there. Is definitely look up Nav Ed-Tray, put in whatever the rating is. This can also work for you that are looking at considering a different rating. If you haven't enlisted yet and you're like, hey, what's AM like? I don't know, maybe I want to be, an RP, or hey, maybe I want to be an MR. So you can look up these manuals, get a gist of it just from reviewing the books to see maybe if that does interest you. So that's what I have for you at the moment. I'm working on some other videos. I'm actually headed off to do a monthly gathering with another one of the veteran support groups for veterans with PTSD. So until the next video, take care, be safe, and hope you have a great day.